I just started the week of trading. Last week was awesome. We took 2 payouts that were both approved. We were in drawdown for a bit because I'll show you the reports from custom range. It was a big loss on beginning of June. Crap. It was, it was on like the 1st of June. This was the biggest loss I've had. Since price action hasn't been the best, I noticed my trading, the strategy that I use wasn't in ideal conditions, and I've been trying to tweak it for a while because I only take like 1 to 2 trades a day, and a lot of the winners are either around the same amount as losses, or they're way smaller because the losses can be huge at sometimes. And that just blows out a few days of winners. So I've been trying to tweak it and learning when and where to hold on to a trade to make more profits like today. So today was a great trade. I'll show you what I was looking for and what I did. But so starting from I guess this is all of June. It's starting from June 1st. I want to see June 1st. 5:30. That was the biggest loss, yeah. So 5:30. So that was May. And then I swear it was June, but okay, whatever. I'm just rambling. But anyway, you can see my largest loss for one trade was 1,260, and my largest winning trade was 885. So you can see how like similar it is, but the loser is definitely substantially larger than my winner, and I'm really trying to improve that risk to reward. And it's just tough because I trade zone to zone, and you can see a lot of the zones can be very, very tight, and it's just a small scalp. Like this is ES, but 2.25 points there, and then this one would have been 5.75. So the reward for each trade varies a lot because of the point of control zones. So now I've added what are they called? Moving averages. And I've always traded with the VWAP, but I added moving averages because they show the direction that price is heading towards, at least in the short term, because I trade on a daily basis, so I don't really need to watch the daily or 1 hour, but it's really good to align long-term bias with your short-term bias. So I've just kind of been tweaking my strategy a bit, and it's been working out. You can see after that loss, we had some nice winners, and we built that account back up. I'm in 2 PA accounts. This is the older one that I've been in for a while, but you can see how, you can see the losses to the winners. So I have 73% winning trades. But my biggest loss is much larger, not much larger, but it's bigger than my biggest winner. So I'm just trying to improve that risk to reward, so I don't have to rely on those bigger winning days to get me out of that hole from that big loss. So yeah, I mean, I took a payout last week, 2 payouts, 1 in each account, and I'll show you guys this request payout. There you go, these 2, June 5th and June 6th, both last week for $1,500 and $1,600, so total over $3,000, both approved. So super happy with that. I added all of this so far, and it's, I think, around 10,000 in total payouts in the last 3 months. So that's just unreal. I don't know. I am so happy with that. It's awesome to see that milestone, and I was so happy with my first payout, and then here we are with my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th payout. It's awesome, and you guys will all get there if you haven't. Just stay with it. Don't stop trading, even if you feel down, even if you feel like you can't do it, you haven't passed any evaluations. You eventually will, if you stick with it, stay disciplined, and keep improving every single day. More time in the markets will really show. And I mean, all this took me 2.5 years, so it's all paying off now. So trust me, stick with it, keep trading, guys. You'll make it. So let's go over the trade that I took this morning, and I'll pretty much show you what my strategy is now. And I have ATRs too as my take profit. So yeah, I thought the executions were on, but maybe not. Okay, there we go. So I kind of scaled into this trade right here, just because the price action was a little dead in the morning, and I really wanted to find a long here. After I was looking for a short down here, and then I was really watching ES. Right here. You can see we were still in these point of control zones. I really wanted us to break through these and these to find a short extension down around here to the 700s, or just 700 flat pretty much. But you can see we bounced. I was watching the Mag 7 stocks. Everything was pretty much bullish. Not super bullish, not super strong, but my bias was definitely long this morning, so that's why I got into a long. Once we came back up, this was where open was, and then you can see all this chop right here. I didn't really want to get in around here. I wanted to wait for a push above and close, and then I'd get in. But I just felt the RSI, that's another indicator I watch out for now. It got pretty low at this low, and then it came back up to 50, and once we kind of creeped up above 50, that showed us more buying pressure, and we wanted to go higher. So that's why I entered one contract. I waited, and then once we showed support on this moving average, and the RSI stayed above 50. I got into another contract. I took the same trade on both accounts too. And then I held through this drawdown. I wasn't really worried about this because you can see both ES and NQ were in this point of control zone, so that was a good bounce right there. And I mean, I just held, and I was waiting. I was like, there's going to be a pop. There's going to be a pop. And then right there, we popped up. And I got out at 21,830.25. So that was a good... You can see now with this strategy, watching the moving averages, I don't really wait for a close above a point of control zone on both. I really just watch how price is moving, the direction, the strength, the volume, and now instead of waiting for a close above or close below a point of control zone, I just kind of get a feel for where the support is. And once we cross above a moving average and the RSI is in alignment, and just the strength and directional bias looks good, I'll just get in. And I'll leave it. And my stop is typically when we have strength, when we have strength cutting back through the moving average, and we lose that directional bias that we were looking for. Then I'll get out. But you can see here I held for a bit, and I don't even know how long this trade was. It was probably like 10 minutes or something. But I got in at 21,795 and 21,806. So the average was like 21,800. It's like here, right inside that point of control zone. That's awesome. But I started in this candle, so we'll go over there. And we got out at 8:30, right there. So this is a good 30 points. So it was an awesome trade. This one, we're up 1163, and then this one, we're up 928. So pretty much up 2,000 on the day. So it was a really good trade this morning. Done for the day. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. This is pretty much my new strategy. You can see the ATR. I think the ATR in the morning was like 25. So for trades like this, I'm looking to take everything off around 1 ATR or a little above 1 ATR. And then if we have a lot of volume and a lot of volatility and the direction is pretty clear, I'll start to hold on to it for longer and either scale half out. If I'm in two contracts, I'll scale half out at around 1 to 1.5 ATRs, and then I'll take the other one off. I don't know, either with the trailing stop or like 2 or 2.5 ATRs. So, yeah, this trade was around 1 ATR, 30 points. So, good trade. And, yeah, I mean, I hope my new strategy is clear for you guys. I'm really just trying to figure out how to increase that risk to reward or not like increase it, but increase the reward in terms of risk. And I think this helps me stay more disciplined, and it'll help me to hold on to trades for longer. Like last week, I held a trade through 2 point of control zones or something, when I would usually just take it off at the first point of control zone. And that's kind of what I've noticed with a lot of trades when I'm trading zone to zone, and then I take the trade off once we hit that next zone. The price will not often, but there's a lot of times where I see it hit that zone and keep on going for another 50, 60 points in that direction, and I missed out on all of that. So I think figuring out where and when to hold on to a trade, let it go through point of control zones, let it use that strength and momentum to increase that reward in terms of risk. I think my trading will just get better and better from that. I got to start journaling too, because that's just something I used to do and I haven't done in a while. But yeah, so that is it for this video. I just wanted to go over my trade today, kind of catch you up on speed for where we're at with both of the accounts. Those 2 payouts that I took last week, both approved. We can look at the PA charts. This hasn't changed since the payout, but we can see the current balances for both accounts. We're at 155,351 and 155,764. And that is 1 day into the next payout window. So I need 7 more trading days until I can request another payout. I have to keep the balance above 5,100. And yeah, so that's it. If you guys have any questions about my strategy, about how I trade, or literally anything about your trading style, if you want to leave a comment, please feel free. And yeah, that is it for today. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.